got Vanderbilt this time. And after that
Welcome
Texas
to
game,
Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on another SEC rival, the Vanderbilt Commodores. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Commodores will boot it away to start the game. On the move from inside his 5.
Let's go.
Slips through the line. Oh, what vision.
Backups by
there he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
Third quarter.
What
I want backups
way
in.
to start a game.
Opening
Coaches
kickoff.
always talk about from
Devin
the
Hester.
opening whistle being locked in and being loaded and being ready to go. Taking the opening kick back for a touchdown. Man, it doesn't get better than that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That's the kind of play that energizes the entire team. 96 yards, he took it back for the touchdown. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own.
Oh, no, you better not.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Vanderbilt's offense will get the first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They try to pop a run on the draw. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but
nowhere to go.
Play,
the ball is
Austin.
loose. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Here we go. 4th and 23.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Yeah, let's go safe.
The Commodores will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So the Jacksonville State Gamecocks offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games show how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Line gets set, 1st down. He's going to pass. Finds his tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Finds a man by himself. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Getting some heat. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today.
Oh, no, go
The
down.
hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Set, please. Thank you.
The give to the left side.
Come on.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be brought. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Oh, Chris, that was you.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs, and hopefully move the football.
They go to the draw.
No.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You like Aaron Brooks.
And the Commodores will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Go.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch.
Get a touchdown this time,
guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. He finds his man. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
I got to stop throwing it. That's the second time I'd have set him there.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there.
My
that was
bad,
an awesome job.
you
First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him.
We got to play.
Give to the running back. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
That's the second time
Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first.
Hands on the middle guy.
Trying to pick it up on the ground.
There we go.
Low man wins, and he just smashed him. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it.
Oh.
And the ball is picked off.
Why did I didn't have enough room for that. Why did I even try that? Why did I even try that? I didn't have no room for that.
Eyes on the quarterback, and you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such a tight
no room for that. Why did I?
Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack.
I should have been mid.
David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to
he took a knee. Why did he have to one?
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback gets past the marker. He's running free down the middle. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on.
I did not have enough room for that, bro. Why did I try
They'll
that?
start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Makes the grab.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Hands it off. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Commodores are flying down the field. He leaves it with his back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Good job.
And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one.
He's blocked in front of me. Nope.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Got it there.
He's running.
Hey, that is late. That is
late. On that one, and it'll be a first down.
Thank you, sir.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Running back searching for a hole. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 2nd and 2, and 4 receivers spread all over the field. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw.
that a hold?
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Okay.
Late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning.
I didn't even float it, but they kind of worked out.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing.
17.
That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss.
Should be 24 by now. But after
here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. This is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
I shouldn't have thought of it.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
That was a terrible.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. The Commodores in the hurry-up. He wants to throw it again. Looking to scramble. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10. And it is enough for a first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. Well, he did a good job to get the foot down inbounds, but only picked up a yard and not enough for a first down.
Yeah, they need to work with more space, Reese. I mean, it's not worth throwing the football all that way to the boundary just to toe tap and get 1 yard. You got to do a better job trying to get these playmakers the football closer to the middle of the field.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Empty.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Doors! What a grab and go for the score.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team's taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by 6 over Florida State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on. And that pass is intercepted.
I did not
just
do
wrapped
that.
up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Trying to get to him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Let's see what they've got on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Dances away to buy time. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room.
Good play,
And
Marquez.
this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Good play.
So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw it on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
What is
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Nashville. Let's say hello from our broadcast studios.
turnover?
And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison
Four
between
turnovers
3rd down
last 2
conversion
games.
rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at First Bank
That was a
Stadium.
terrible call by me.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here.
All right, here we go.
The Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
You're trying to tempo me? Is that y'all answer? You're going to tempo me?
Gain. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. And the Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
power football with the run. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Calls his own number.
There we go.
He's knocked
Good
down
play.
in the backfield. He'll
Awesome,
lose a
right?
couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Commodores will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight.
Okay. Try to cough in front of me. And it worked.
That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
Okay.
Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville
Let's
State can
stabilize
get
this
going
thing
on
here a little
over.
bit.
They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. They'll leave it with him.
Good play.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by
Let's
30,
get-
by
let's
40.
get back to the-
I just
the
want to
bare
get the
bones.
1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be
Let's
sexy,
get back
but I
to
got to
the
make sure
bare
I get to that
bones.
stick, get to the 1st down mark.
He's run out of bounds, but not before.
Why are
turning
we
in a
acting
big
like we don't
pickup
know
and
where our
moving
bread
the
is
sticks
buttered?
for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of
Jayvon, you're
downs.
tired already. I gave you the ball twice.
He'll try the left side.
Let's go.
Still running at the 40. Open runway ahead.
Nobody's catching me.
Inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has
I mean,
meant to
I
this
guess I made it
offense.
too
Big-time
complicated. My bad,
players
y'all.
make big plays in big games. He has shown
That time I
up
said
each and
that.
every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
I guess I made this too difficult, y'all. And I should have just lined
Lining
up
up
and
to
gave
tack one more
ran the
onto
ball.
that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he capped that one off with some flair and some juice, a 72-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
He actually need a long
Vanderbilt
drive.
has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Paula, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can
Oh, it is.
flip
My bad.
quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Might as well stick with him.
There we go.
That keeps the running game
Good
churning.
Carl.
Pick up a 5 to the 23.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust.
We're going to line up in. We're going to line up in.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here.
I'm about to say, what are y'all talking about?
He's taking the shot.
There you go,
Fires
D'Angelo.
into traffic, picked off. Made the play
Second
on the
straight
pick,
game
was
with a
hoping
pick.
to make one on the return. They'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
There you go.
I'll tell you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these
bad,
conditions, it's
y'all.
not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the
I
defense.
was
but
doing
great
too much in that
eye-hand
first half.
coordination securing that interception.
After that,
They'll go to the ground.
obviously,
Defense fills
you
those
can't be
gaps.
blocked,
He's got
apparently.
1 to the 28.
This offensive line
Am I gonna have to run away from him?
for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might
I
want to
see
start
that.
double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his
I
ability
see
on
it.
that last play.
Lord, can we get hands on this guy?
He'll try it again.
Get off
Shakes off the
ball.
tackler. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
They'll They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short.
Oh.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26.
Run it again.
To the ground with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag.
Is this
on
another?
The field. Let's see what
Hey,
the
we're not
call
starting
is.
this again.
Hold it. Offense.
We are not starting this again.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play.
That's what I should have done.
What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now
Big
the offense is coming off the field.
Clayton
Hit hard
Lambo.
as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Leaves it with the running back.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football.
Ooh, Enrique.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the
Good job,
23.
Enrique.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
It's good.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? What do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Looking to go up top on first down. Finds his back in the middle. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense.
He's going to throw deep right side.
Let's go.
And he makes the catch inside the 15. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it away. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football,
run this game
out.
I wanted to.
No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Georgia Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in the ATL for some time. They're up by 15 over Florida State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
But he's been getting off these last couple games, so I'm gonna let him have it.
Going up top on first down.
Again.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Just stay out. Lord. Crystal Branch. Enrique been going wild these last couple games.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. Quick handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Makes his man miss. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
Run it again.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Pressure coming. Pressure got
George.
Couldn't get rid of it.
Good play, George.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Oh, good play, George.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them.
Try to coffin corner
Free kick out of
kickoff
bounds. Kicking team.
on a free kick.
The officials offer the deal, and the
that's
coach
how that works,
accepts it.
man.
They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He breaks the tackle.
There we go.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
To the air on first down. Fires to the middle.
Ooh, okay.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll fire. He's going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there. They're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the fourth quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
He's back to throw on second down. Makes his connection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Snap from the gun on third down.
Good play.
Fires into traffic, intercepted.
Hey, turn that 99 speed on. Let's get out of here.
He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. He's looking to throw it.
Not.
He's got the back in the middle. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. He's looking to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Ball at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the right. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
No, it's not.
Gets open
Very
down the
easy
middle.
decision.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They keep attacking through the air. Caught. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll run it on first and goal. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And the beatdown has ensued. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They're trying to get to it. With the catch, it's great. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He wants to take the top off. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And the Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down.
Right. I dare you.
He's not afraid to go deep.
Thank you.
And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Oh no, we're not doing this.
Incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't not free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Coming after it. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throws toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Well, that was unnecessary, Carl, but I'll take it. That was really unnecessary, but I will take it.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us.